Oh, hey there, everybody. How y'all doing? Yeah, I know. I didn't pick up the camera yesterday. Darn bake. Really? I got a bag trying to escape back there. So, I guess get up here, pull over. Yeah, there's something in the back trying to escape. Wonder what that could be. It just needs to behave for a few more miles. I ain't that far away from the farm. Well, got my one motor back, and the 6-inch rod 350 I'm doing for another person back. Unfortunately, I wish I had my dunk tank ready with that Rust X, so I could get the, after cleaning the block, some more rust showed up inside, so I might have to break down and get something, get some more of that rust remover and figure out how to dunk my block. Because some of the spots I don't know how I'd get in there and get to it, so I'm really hoping. I gotta go back through videos. I really hope I didn't have the just got thinking about that, you know. No, maybe I didn't. Never mind. I don't know. Don't trust my. I know I got my late model block back because he's like, I let that. And of course, there's the phone. And it's the famous one. Every single time I turn on the camera, she calls. Granted, I like hearing from my daughter, but every single time I pick up the camera, anyway, yeah, I gotta do a little more cleaning on that block than what I thought. I thought this tank would finish it, but it didn't. I don't know if I like this new pill that Doc put me on. I wasn't going to take it last night, but a friend of mine talked me into it. And one of the side effects is dry mouth, and you can end up with a metallic taste. Well, I don't have the metallic taste, but I sure got the dang dry mouth. And this truck's hot today. Yeah. Anyway, kind of forgot. I guess I gotta go watch the grandkids for a while today. I don't know what she's got this fear of, but I just can't take them both anywhere. That's okay. Grandpa needs some time with them too, but yeah. So I guess get the farm, unload this stuff, and then go to town for a little while. This morning I go after motor parts, right? And by the time I got to the shop, it was snowing, sleeting, raining. So I threw that stuff out of the truck quick. Come down and watch the grandkids. Well, ever since I took my buddy home, the truck's kind of been driving like a piece of blankety blank. God, what I do to this truck? Because ever since I bounced off that curb with the front end at 5 miles per hour, thought, yeah, did I screw up the front end after all or what? Oh no, no. I just walked out of the house and I'm like, what the hell is that shiny thing underneath my truck? I'm just hoping it doesn't fall down before I get to the farm now. My right rear shock has busted clean off. It is just sitting there straight out. Oh, like, you gotta be kidding me. That explains why she's doing this number going down the roads and the gravels and I got ahead and taken off on my trip for North Carolina. So now I got to replace the windshield, the tires, and the shocks. And while I'm at it, I got to do the brakes too. I just don't know. Now it explains why it just seems like it's been just a terrible drive since the other day. And I just stopped at 454 guy's place and got his water pump, rocker arms, and push rods. Excuse me. The kids brought back Taco Bell for dinner. I'm probably going to regret it later. So we're finally heading to the farm. And it's 49 degrees. And they're like, where's this ice and snowstorm and that? I'm like, shut up. We don't need it. So my poor truck is in dire need of repairs. Somebody's hauling another Ford Ranger. Oh, and speaking of that, I think I figured out why the guy didn't want to really work on the Ford Ranger motor up there. They didn't have the jig to bore it. But they do now. I'm like, really? So I guess it takes a special jig to bore that 40. So I wonder if that's why the price is up there. Made him buy the jig and they'll keep it. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. See you at the farm. And for all you naysayers out there, there you go. Oh, yep, there it is. There, she's sticking straight out. So, why and how that broke, I have no idea. That explains why I've been driving like a lumber wagon. Oh. Alright. I know you guys have been dying to see some parts. There's standard bearings. I wish I wouldn't have screwed up last weekend. I wish I would have got more of them. Huh. I paid 15 bucks for it, cost me 32. Mains are coming. But looky there. There is some big block parts. There's some new push rods for the big block. And I've heard of PSP. But looky, there you guys go. There's some part porn for you. That's what you got for the big block. So that's cool. And they came with poly locks, which is better yet. So, and I should have probably been working on the 454, but you can thank one of our fellow subs for getting me going again here. I tell you guys, that new med I've got helps me sleep at night. The 2 nights I've taken it, last night and the night before, it's helped me sleep. But it's way into the afternoon before I have the energy to get anything done. I watched Lily yesterday, and I'm glad she took a nap with me too, because Grandpa couldn't stay awake for her. And that's not me. And now, one of our fellow YouTubers messaged me and, no bud, you're not bugging me. He finally got me to coherent enough and kept me going, so I've been up. Here's our next couple of builds. That one and that one. And I got my parts right there that are for my build and another build. And that's just stuff that I can show, so don't anybody worry. It's all mine. I just... Oh, really? Dragging the old keister. I noticed I haven't tossed and turned the last 2 nights, but... Man, oh man, that's just too much. So, yeah, I'm out of engine stands. I should have finished the last 2. But I'm gonna, and I'm learning I can't be lifting this stuff. Not if I want to continue doing this. Because my back's bad. And I'm trying to ignore it. But some days it wins. And right now my feet are finally feeling better too. I don't know. But, yeah. So that's the water pump. Oh, we still don't have a flywheel for the 454. We didn't find one last week in the swap meet. We found everything but the 454 flywheel. And I know the 400 small block ones would work too. But we don't have any right now. The one I did have is bent severely. So, yeah. And I gotta get that one block up on the chair. There's a few things I was going, well, like I said, I really thought the rust would be gone out of it, but the machine shop's rust is not removing. This is where I really wish I had the dunk tank. I'd put these machine blocks in there, let them soak, wash them, and then they would be the clean I'd like assembling. And I've got 2 cranks here, 3 cranks here I forgot to take in to get polished. But I'm actually, I think I'm actually ahead on cranks right now, I think, for myself. Maybe, no, I gotta get those 2 in and get them checked, polished, and cleaned up, and then I'll have enough cranks. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess let me get that up and I'll see about because I'm going to have to get the wire wheel down in there, clean up. I want to double check something because I'm still thinking I did this block too. One of these blocks, I know I honed the lifter bores, and I swore the one I took up I did too, but the one I got back's got rust in the lifter bores, which is not bad rust, but I swore up and down. And maybe that's what I needed to do to that block yet. I don't remember. Alright. It's a 4-bolt. Because he's like, yeah, I would have cleaned at 30, but the pistons I got were 40, so. Oh, yeah, I think the weather's changing now. You're being playful. The cat is actually, after having, I found some videos. It doesn't seem like we've had him that long. We've had this cat about 6, maybe 7 years already. I'm like, where did the time go? So he must have came here right after I shortly started my YouTube channel. But let's see, I haven't been at this 9 or 10 years already. It was 2009, 8. I can't remember when I started. Anyway, I'm going to get that one block up on the chair so I can look things over. And because I want to have to wire brush off the inside and do the lifter board, so it's going to have to go in my hot tank again. So alright, I'll get busy and bring you guys back now that I'm finally getting woke up and time to lose an hour to sleep tonight. Yay. That shine there is kind of what I expected this block to come back as. Look down in there, I'm trying to get in there the best I can. The lifter bores were nasty. And this is a fresh bore. Look at all the rust and dirt I've got out of there. And I kind of made a comment, I said, boy, that's kind of nasty down in there. And the deck surfaces had been cleaned off. Nothing. It was a clean. Whoa, sorry. Asked them to bore it, hone it, clean it. I already crack checked it. I knew the block wasn't broke. And the lifter bores, I had to hone them. Bad. And right here on this main webbing, that was all rust, and you can see the dust and everything in there. And look at all the dust that come out there. So I want to have to get my scrub brushes out when it's in the hot tank. And not into much casting flaws to fix, but I've got some. And then I'm just getting ready to set it belly down so I can get back in, and I'll show you. I'm just getting this all. I wanted to be mocking this up, but unfortunately I'm still doing a clean job. Well, heck, some of it just fell out of it now. All gaskets. Right here, that plug didn't get removed, so I'll guarantee you there's gunk up in that oil passage. And I got a dowel pin missing now. The lifter bores, they were just beyond nasty, but what I want to work is back here in these corners, clean that up so the oil returns to the bottom end of the block good. And yeah, I love this little guy right here. I did have that one out. That one I didn't, I guess. And I was wondering about if I got the same block back. I did. As I could see, I had gunk from the factory or whatever, I don't know. Lord only knows what this poor motor's been through. Oh, well here, now that I set it up right, look at all the rust and dirt that's fell out of there. And that was supposed to be ready to go. Not anywhere close. So yeah, I want to clean up that hole there, that hole there, get them cleaned up, get the casting flaws off. This one's not going to get all that oil galley reworked. That would cost a lot more money. But yeah, and I've seen guys out there on YouTube that thought their motors were clean, and you can see they're brown with rust, and then they wonder why they don't last. If you got surface rust on your motor, that's dirt. It will wash off, it will come off, and it will go through and grind your motor up from the inside out. So, as I've always said, clean, 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 clean. And when you think you got it clean, clean it again. Right now I'm trying to figure out a tank. This is where having that rust remover stuff would be perfect. It's a dry block. It's been perfect to put in there. All this surface rust that's on here would be gone. They matter pulling it out, put it in the hot tank, wash it, blow it dry, and then we would be ready to go. So yeah, I need to get a, I don't want to sacrifice the water barrel back there because that's how I get water out here, but I want to stop in at a plastics place Monday and ask them if they got something that they can either order or they can make, because they can make stuff there, and make me a plastic tub or tote or something where I could start dunking these motors. So I dunk it, it soaks for, well, when it's fresh, if I just keep the one dunk tank for the blocks, I can throw that in, let it soak, pull it out an hour later or 20 minutes later depending on, and throw it in the hot tank, wash it, and it should be good. I shouldn't have to clean all this, but yeah, I was just kind of a little disappointed with the clean job that I paid for. So, but everybody's about the money. They don't care about the quality. They just want the money, and the more they get out the door, the more money they seem to make. Well, once I get my hands on that stuff down in North Carolina and I find a boring bar, they ain't making any more money off me. So, alrighty. What do you think of that drain back hole? Check this out. I mean, you can see right down there. Tell me that one ain't gonna let the oil flow back. Same way with that one there. It's been opened up. And I reached in there and beveled the edge on the distributor hole. Yeah, this is stuff that should have been done, but the block was dirty. And oh yeah. Then let's see. Uh-oh. Oh? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Let's check that together. We got a problem. If that plug is in there, that plug's in there. Did I get the old switcheroo? I know. This should fall through. And guess what? I did see there's blue on the block. That's where I can kick myself in the butt because I didn't, how sure I knocked that out. I was so sure I had that plug knocked out of there. Maybe I didn't. I can't say for sure. It's clean now. I mean, it's ready to go. I know I'd left a couple of things to do. Maybe I did leave that in there, now that I think about that. I swear, it looks like you know, I'll have to go back through the video when I tore this one down. It's got to be. Oh, it is now. Oops. There's why you clean, clean, clean. Because that plug come right out of here, which goes in line with this one. So, oh, you guys didn't see that. Sorry. See, now you can see right through there, which is in line with that hole there. So I don't know. Well, I guess I'll fire up the vacuum again. No, I know this is mine. I know it is. I remember. I know. Yeah, I know this is my block. Never mind. Never mind. Because guess what he found when he went to clean the block? He heard something ting ting, and he found 4 soft plugs. Somewhere along the way, somebody drove the old soft plugs in and then put new ones in over top. I'll let the other ones fall down in the lifter in the water jackets. I'm like, that was nice, huh? So, but yeah, like I said, if I could dunk this right now, we should have metal about that clean, and all the passages, everything would be clean. But I don't, so we're just doing it the old-fashioned hard way. That's all you can do. Get the vacuum going, back up those filings, and I'm not going to fire up the hot tank this late at night. Actually, I think I'm going to go home, so after this. Hey, the bolt holes have got shine to them now. I got the lifter bores with them shine. Got the rust cleaned out of them. Got those tapped. We're going to have to watch this one because normally that hole's further back in there. It's pretty much straight up and down, so what I'm going to have to do is fit that before I put the cam bearing in to make sure I don't plug that hole off. These here, those two just deadhead, so those you could actually put in all the way down to here to just short of the lifter bore, but you don't really want to. But those two just deadhead. This one is the one that you got to worry about on the front of the motor. On the back, you got to worry about them too, because they got the oil passages back there and the one you can't see there. So now I think I'm gonna have to put heat on that to get that little guy out. But yeah, this is where it should have been when I brought it home from the machine shop. I guess. Oops, let's see. No, you're not going to sit there. Ah, sit there crooked. There we go. So yeah, I'm real happy with how those holes back here cleaned up for the oil drain. So that ain't going to hold on. Oh, and I've used an array of tools. Remember my long bits I bought? I tried them in my electric one. It vibrated too much, but in this die grinder, worked perfect. So I'm happy with that. And then I got this thing to adapt for thread, taps, and all sorts of things. So, but yeah. Got a pretty nice motor going together here now that I'm getting it cleaned up. I mean, that was crazy. Probably Mama Bear. Mama Bear not happy with me. I'm hey Black 85. Yeah, that's who I'm talking to. And you guys, you fellow diabetics understand where I'm coming from. Some days I have a heck of a time remember what I did 5 minutes before. But I can remember where a blade of grass was on the yard. It's stupid. My short-term memory sucks. And half the time with Mama Bear, she says she's joking, so... But then when I just want to reinforce what I thought, I ask and then I get in trouble. And there's days I wonder if the diabetes is starting to win because the way I feel. I mean, some days it's just harder than others, and then there's days. Well, last Sunday, a week ago, everything was good. Everything went smooth. It was a fun day. We had a blast. We got some stuff. We're getting motors together. We're getting this done. And here it is a week later, I'm having a hard time remembering what the heck I'm doing. And I know some of it's medication. And I hate medication. I don't want to be on the medication. But if I was sitting around doing nothing, I think I would be in a heck of a lot worse shape. I mean, like this, chasing the threads, and kind of a little discouraged that they didn't do the cleanup job they should have. Granted, I had a little grinding to do, which that wasn't no big deal. That's why I got a hot tank. So I can clean up after what I got to do. But, yeah, if I could find a way to get another 8 gallons of that rust remover, I would dunk this block. I would so love to dunk this block, and then I got a couple more blocks that need to be dunked so we can get them built. But there's just, and even while I'm chasing threads, I seen something else, so I'm grabbing a tool and hopping off, cleaned off the rest of the gasket off the fuel pump area. I mean, my attention to detail is really good, but the thought process sometimes, some days, so like I said, this block, I wanted it up on the engine stand so I could put its crank in it, put the pistons and rods in it, double check to make sure we don't have a proud piston, or it's too far below deck. I mean, that's stuff we got to check, and I couldn't check it before getting the board. Well, now it's bored. Now I can check all this stuff. But it was so dang dirty yet that it wasn't ready to be worked on. So now it's down to where it needs to go in the hot tank, get a nice good bath, and then I can mock it up and double check all that stuff. Check our deck heights and how far down the piston is, or if it's flush with the deck, or there's a lot to check to this yet. You want a winning motor, there's a lot of work that goes into a winning motor. I mean, it's time consuming. So I just know, I say, sitting here, I'm talking to you guys, and I need a new lifter bore brush. I didn't last as long as my original one I had. That was years old. But yeah. So yeah, now this is all ready for a wash. And then after that wash, I should be able to paint it this time. And then coat the areas I don't want flashing with WD-40. Get done what I need to, and yeah, filter's getting dirty. And I forgot my dang mask again. The thing was that bad until I started tasting it. But I suppose I better start picking up tools and that, wrapping this up. But like I said, guys and gals, if you want your motor to last, you got to clean. And chasing all those threads, now the head bolts will screw in like proper, and lifters should slide into their bores proper. But who knows, maybe I could end up in Sioux City tomorrow picking up some more of this rust remover and find a good heavy tote. If I have to, I'll dunk a half a block and lift it out, dunk the other half, and then wash it. But I would love to have this a pure, clean, rust-free motor, because Every one of those on YouTube that I've seen that somebody's put together like that, I cringed. I was like, oh, you guys didn't. But they did. So, anyway, I guess if I ain't out running around tomorrow, we'll be working on this. And I've got some used standard bearings I'm going to wash up. I'm not going to use the actual bearings that are going in this motor. Some of you are going to go, why? Well, I don't want to tear them up. Not that I would be tearing them up. I'd just rather have the used bearings in it, fit it, and then we'll know. Once I know that the piston stays in the bore correctly and nothing hits, then we'll be good. See, that's what I'm hoping, that I don't have to clearance anything. It's been a while since I've done this. It's a 348 stroke, so I shouldn't have to clear anything, but it's a 6-inch rod. So, get her done and have fun. So, alright everybody, see y'all later. Have a good one. Stay safe out there, and see you in the next one.